Well, I'm here to tell you that, and I'm from Bunkerville, so you know, I'm going to be a little bit prejudiced, but I think anybody in Bunkerville, that you sit down and show them the numbers and say, hey, this didn't work the way it was supposed to, we're sorry. It didn't work. But from 1999 to 2013, you've been getting a pretty damn good deal on some water. Regardless if you sold your water shares or if you didn't. Once again, even if you didn't sell your water shares, with the situation that the irrigation ditch is in right now, I mean, some of those guys couldn't get the water even if they had a share, just because it's in a pipe and it's different than what it was in 1999. But with that being said, I don't think, I mean, there's going to be people that are going to be upset. Granted, that's.
Well, we got to look at the transition and how we work with people and doing this, and obviously with the savings, you know.
But I still think, even though there's going to, I mean, people in Bunkerville are going to say what they think, and that's how they are. But
yeah,
that's
going to be a fun meeting.
When it comes right down to it, I think they're going to understand that it can't continue like this. You know, it's we're not getting our money out of it.
Yeah, and my discussions with them too is, you know, once the maintenance becomes a really big issue, it's just going to get worse.
Well, I think you could take anybody that has a sprinkler system in Bunkerville that's using secondary water and ask them, what do you do the first thing every spring? Well, you got to go through and pull out every stinking sprinkler head and blow it out or replace it with your valves. It's not economical. I mean, as far as that, just that alone. I've replaced every one of my valves over the years and probably 90% of my sprinkler heads, and it's.
But there are a lot of people that have planted big yards.
Yeah.
With the idea that you know they were going to be able to water.
Yeah, there's all the water's got an allocation, so you got. Does that well come out of surface water allocations? Or is it somehow exempt because of
the 33% of that from the collector well is surface water, and then
right.
The 67%.
So, but that comes from the surface water allocation that.
He's one of the watersheds.
Is that the 260?
Right, but that's what I'm saying. So now you're going to be able to allocate more water shares out for other uses for golf courses. If you abandon this well. Well, I'm just saying, I mean, you've got water usages, you got some of the water, golf course using ditch water now. So I mean, this has got to be considered coming, not using
You're going to have
right?
some bunker irrigation shares that will not be being used, that were being used at the Bunkerville secondary system.
10, correct? Yeah, 10.
So will those become available for other surface water usage or not?
They won't be tied to the Bunkerville secondary system. We haven't had that conversation to go elsewhere. So.
But his question is, will they be freed up?
Yes. Yeah, they're not going to be tied
to. The answer
to.
is yes, they'll be freed up.
Yeah, but I'm saying so they'd be available for other usage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Brian?
You know, one thing that you talk to Bunkerville residents, I'm a Bunkerville resident, I don't have secondary water at my house, but I don't know if they remember the cemetery when it went to all surface water. And all the headstones were completely covered with scale, and we went out there with basically wire brushes and chipped everything off. And all the plants were dying. I think that needs to explain, look, here's what's going to happen if you want the system. You're going to kill everything, your house will be destroyed. This is the reality of what the system is. The water district now has been doing something to make it work. But if after about this, you're not going to want it anyway.
Yeah.
And that has to be kind of something that's, maybe we can even have some pictures at that meeting to show. I know we went out there.
I can show them all my
The headstones were
sidewalks.
horrible. Yeah, the sidewalks were horrible.
I got stamped concrete, and luckily it actually kind of looks like it's antique. So
I think some of that stuff in the presentation will really help people understand better, you know, water quality used to be and what it was. You know, they won't want that. That's not desired.
I think education's the key. I mean, you know, people are going to feel like we're taking something from them, but we just have to show them that for the good of the whole and move on from there. So if everybody has their say, go ahead. I move that we direct staff to put this on as a public hearing for the dissolvement of the Bunkerville secondary system at whatever date they feel is appropriate.
Can we put in there that, in that hearing, that we kind of have a schedule of what our, you know, when we're gonna be offline with this whole thing? Is it gonna take place, you know, by next April, or?
I think in the public hearing, a lot of that will come out, you know, people say, hey, can you, you know.
That's why I say, if we kind of have, like, this is where we'd like to
Get
be.
an idea of how to transition,
We can have some alternatives.
that comes out of the
Yeah.
meeting, yeah, so.
Transition plan.
Yeah, well, and maybe you guys could, you know, we can have a public hearing and you guys could come up with some ideas on transition, so.
Okay, I have a motion
I'll second that.
and a second. Call for the vote. Raise your right hand.